Hey everybody, welcome to Intelligence Mod. I'm Theo.
I'm Clint.
Before we go any further, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that beautiful bell, watch our other videos, and enjoy the content that we put up and everything like that. We're doing it is August 26th, so it's the 26th day of RPGaDay. Today's prompt is strange. The question we came up with was weirdest experience in RPGs, or pretty much just anything strange that you look at RPG stuff with. So,
I I
Clint, take it away.
I wrote this one and I have no idea. Um, I think okay. So this is tangential connected. So I think the weirdest experience I've ever had was at my college when I went to community college at Pierce. Ted and I are the founding fathers of Pantheon of Geeks. It is a club that doesn't exist anymore, but had a lasting effect on our college,
Yeah,
basically creating a job. I'm not getting into it. We'll do it a different day. But the weirdest experience was basically finding out that our little club that was designed so Ted and I could find three more people to play D&D with, when they said, "Hey, you do know you have a budget, right?" And like, "We have a what?" It's like, "Yeah, you have a couple $100 every quarter to spend on club activities or club equipment." And I'm like, but our club is playing role-playing games. Our equipment would be books. And they're like, "You could spend money on that." It's like, what? So in a closet in the building, there is all of multiple books that we had purchased with school funds, and a board game, I think, that we bought with school funds,
several board. We have several
sitting
board games. So
sitting in
many
a closet
books.
sitting in a closet that can be checked out by students, which is, but that also is very weird too, that basically a club that I helped fund, start, found. That's the word, not fund. Basically, there now is a student body position to basically run and deal with that equipment and renting that stuff out. So that's probably the weirdest experience I've ever had. That's tangentially connected to RPGs. Is that I've spent school money. I People that have paid tuition to Pierce College, I have spent your money on the most flagrant stupid crap ever, which was role-playing game books and board games.
I'm gonna continue because that is actually the weirdest experience um for both of us because we both founded it. That's what's making it funny. Like I was the other co-founder. But I think the very weird part about that is finding out that they kept no receipts, no records of like the purchasing, and didn't even have an inventory of what was in there. So we could have just walked in, grabbed the stuff, and walked out.
Could have. Part of me thinks we should have, but
No, no.
now that
On
I
on some things, yes, we should have, like the Warhammer Fantasy Third Edition, because we didn't buy those. Those were donated to be returned or kept when one of us left by the guy who was playing the halfling who got a fused to your shoulder in one game.
Yeah, I think
Because
that, yeah, those,
the
there
whole
was,
game,
I
and I
think
was like,
the core book, I think, was bought, like we bought it, but there were some other books on the side that got purchased by someone. There was the
stained glass
stained glass
window
window.
that we won in a drawing when we went to go pick up all the fourth edition books for when they came out for the club,
Yeah, we bought the core set and we were put in for
a
hitting
raffle.
a raffle at our one of our local game stores, and when we were like the one of two people that bought all the stuff, we won, and we just left it because we had to do monthly little events of just saying, "Hey, we're a club, come join us," and we would
It
use
looked
that as a
really pretty.
prop. And because there was, again, as Ted mentioned, they kept no receipts, no nothing. We just kind of stored it in there because between Ted and I, it was kind of both of ours, but Ted was going to let me just have it.
Yeah,
They
it was like
basically
yeah,
would not give it to us because at that point, this was a couple years after I had graduated. You had just left, but we still actually had members there. We could have gotten that stuff if we really wanted to. A friend of ours that took over the club after we had left could have just checked it out and just like
Oh no,
never checked it
we
back in.
we did we did. He went to go do all that, and they wouldn't. And the stained glass window, because this is right, because at the same time they created a position which was to run. It was to use gaming to bring people together, kind of like what our original thing was, because someone who someone got sort of working for the Pierce College group saw all the stuff and went, hey, this would be a really cool position to actually make it everything like that. And then it became an actual paid position in student government was you use this kind of stuff. So Pog became like only Pog was allowed to check this stuff out, but then it actually started getting tracked because our friend tried and they were like, no, like some things are no longer allowed to be checked out. The stained glass window was one of them. It got moved to a safer location. Like, okay, cool. Like long
As
used
long
and
as
not just
it's
gathering dust. I
someone's,
don't
yeah,
care.
it was more like because all of those books were just in the closet, and it was after that that someone like had made the position. Was even after that, I think they kind of knew what we were trying to do. And but as long as the thing's freaking put somewhere and all the stuff is used, I feel better about it. I was going to be really annoyed if all the student body government wasn't going to use any of it. But yeah,
I probably have a hunch none of it's being used, but I also just don't want to go take a look and check because if I do, I'll probably get super angry. But
well,
yeah, no, weirdest experience with RPG in RPGs. It's just weird,
I wouldn't
weird
get too
things.
mad. 98% of the crap in that closet, the school bought itself. So we were just the ones
Yep.
who were like, hey, could we just buy this stuff off you? And they wouldn't let us do that because that was them not having any receipts, even though we turned them in.
Yeah, because we had to. They're like, oh yeah, we get rid of those at the end of every year, and I was like, we were told you guys kept it for like multiple years, because especially with this club, members could like try and buy the things. And they're like, oh well, whoever told you that was wrong, and I was like, it was you.
Yeah, that's the other side of the
And
student body government. It changes like every year because people graduate because it's a 2-year freaking college. So
well,
student body changes all the
it was
time.
it was the actual faculty person who was the one that we dealt with when it came to the money stuff because we straight up said like we don't want to deal with a student, we want to deal with the faculty head because this stuff that could be used all the time and it was weird, dumb,
Eh,
weird, a lot
whatever.
of
It's
fun.
the only thing is the third edition books we just can't buy because they're out of print. Everything else we can get other than the stained glass thing, but
Yeah.
they bought it all, so it's
Mm-hmm.
technically mostly all theirs. Um, yeah,
I
close.
just like yeah, that's about it.
I
So
was gonna
yeah,
say close
everyone,
us out.
we'll see you guys tomorrow on the 27th for Favor. And other than that, I hope you all have yourselves a great day. Enjoy yourselves. See you tomorrow.
So yeah.